Clubbing is so overrated. Ooh, drugs, alcohol, sex, boys. Ooh, boys. Ooh, boys. Let's just leave it there. Should we? Nah, let's go into it.
Blessings follow you, blessings follow me too. As I dey pray for you.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell, I have a huge smile on my face. Reason being is because, okay, let me be real with you guys. I just feel like I haven't been myself. Like whenever the camera switched on, I turn into this like, I don't know what I'm talking about, sort of Wendy. Like there's no humor in my videos. Like I'm not laughing, I'm not smiling, like I'm not cracking jokes, which is what I'm about. Like 90% of the time, like I'm laughing, I'm smiling, I'm cracking jokes. People around me pretty much know that's the sort of person that I am. But as soon as the camera switched on, it's like I just turned into this girl who was like so serious. Like relax, chill, Wendy. Like, but anyway, so I've just decided to be a lot more, I guess, free and like just. If I make a mistake, we move. Like I'm not gonna be out here like tensing myself, whatever. But anyway, let's just get right into the video. Today, I'll be talking about what I would have told my younger self. Man, I look back and I'm just like, yo, life is not even that serious. I'm pretty much gonna run you through the sort of events that took place at certain ages and also I guess an advice towards that age, or if you're within that age gap, what to look out for and things like that. So we're gonna start from age 15 to age 25. Age 15, when I was 15, what was I doing? Oh yes, when I was 15, I was back in Ghana. And this was a period where I was starting to think about my move to Australia. So around that time, I was just in what they call in Ghana JSS 3. And I was just about to write my exam. Oh my gosh, it was like the Lord just saved me, because if I had written that test, I would have failed majorly. The reason why I said I would have failed majorly, because whilst my schoolmates and everyone was sort of like, you know, just preparing for the exam, I was preparing for Australia because I knew I wasn't gonna sit down for this test anyway, so I wasn't wasting my time. Like, but anyway, so yeah, I was just preparing to come to Australia. But at the age of 15, what I could actually remember within that time was just playing, you know. And I think this is just like the perfect time for you to live your best life, because once you turn 16, it's a whole new ball game. Like once you turn 16, it's a different world altogether. There's no bills to talk about. You don't have to think about life in a very serious way. You're not in that mind frame yet, or you don't have that mindset of, oh, maybe I should think about my life. And some people do, which is great. But at that time for me, I was just preparing for Australia. I guess start a new journey. I don't know. But yes, so when you're 15, live your utmost best life, because you just don't know what's gonna happen when you turn 16. Okay, so at the age of 16, I had just arrived in Australia, fresh off the plane. Not fresh off the boat, fresh off the plane, don't know what I'm doing, starting off in Australia, school, all of that stuff, all new to me. Been in Australia for a few months now. I guess being a 16-year-old girl, there's a lot that's changing in my body, with my skin, in the environment that I'm in. So when I was 16, I did not have someone that I could look up to. Like, you know, big sister was back in Ghana. I grew up like having to like know things by myself, like in terms of buying deodorant. Guys, I stank. When I was 16, oh my gosh, me and deodorant, we were not friends.
And 3 cheers for the fry cook who took my place while I was gone. Squidward! Hip hip! Boo! Hip hip! Boo! Hip hip! Boo! Hip hip!
Boo! You stink!
I stank. Okay, let's all be real here, yeah? We all stank at a certain point in our life, especially when you're just getting into that adolescent sort of like life, or sort of like stage, sorry. Yeah, I did not have anyone to like guide me. Oh my gosh, I'm actually gonna get a picture to insert. There was this perfume thing that was going and trending around that time frame. I was stuck on them. I would use my pocket money stack up on them because they smell good, but it was not good for the armpit. Especially as a girl, there are certain areas that you really need to take care of, like your private areas and also like your armpit. Like I would say at 16, start to develop some sort of habits and some sort of positive routines. Get a bit of guidance from someone who's a female, if you're a girl, and someone who's a male, just to teach you like little things about, you know, being able to smell nice and, you know, use deodorant and all of that stuff. Because guys, I went through it. I went through it. Buying bras, oh my goodness. I was wearing the wrong bra for years. Just get someone that already has been through that sort of process, and they're able to teach you and help you even like pick up some routines that will help you smell better, look better, feel better. I have now settled in Australia for about a year, which means that I'm 17 now. At the age of 17, let me tell you guys, I started high school and I went to Alfred Dick in high school. Nothing against the school, but everything against Australian kids. Oh my goodness. They can actually be one of the worst kids alive. I was bullied so much. Moving to Australia, obviously, as an African, we're used to like cutting our hair. I was bullied about my hair texture. I was bullied about my skin tone. Everything that they could possibly pick on, they picked on. She'll call me, oh, my black sheep. She'll rub her fingers in my hair and be like, oh, you little sheep, you little black sheep. One thing I learned about bullies is that their life is already miserable. So they feel as though obviously picking on someone will make them, I guess, gain some sort of control about their own life. At age 17, there will be bullies, but do not allow them to make you feel a certain way about yourself, because remember, they're already insecure about themselves. So stand and fight for yourself, girl. Fight for yourself, boy. Okay, so I had just turned 18, you know, sweet 18 that they call it, you know. Where my party at though? No one had a party for me, but why? Anyway, at this point, a lot happened. A lot happened. When I was 18, or when I just turned 18, I was just preparing to move out of my house.
Now, if you'll be so kind as to leave so I can get ready for work tomorrow.
Mr. President, sorry, we just wanted to...
If you get it, cool. If you don't, let's move on. So yeah, at this point, thinking of looking for a place to stay, thinking of my finances, what I'm gonna do with my life, how I'm gonna continue to pay my school fees. All of that stuff was just jargon to me. But I feel like when you're 18, yeah, there's a lot of peer pressure in terms of you know, the things that you get yourself involved in: drugs, alcohol, sex, boys. Let's just leave it there. Should we? Nah, let's go into it. All right, boys. For me at that stage, I had a lot of daddy issues. Like, let's not even lie about this. I barely had a dad when I was growing up. Not barely. I did not have a dad when I was growing up. So basically, there were a lot of things that I did not learn from a father's perspective. There wasn't any sort of guidance. Like, I would be in different relationships, and they weren't even relationship, more so like flings. I wouldn't call them relationship really. Get myself involved with certain guys. I'm not doing anything with them. It's just like the whole chatting stage. I just feel like at the age of 18, that's when like you're allowed to do most things in Australia. So obviously being able to go clubbing, take alcohol. Anyway, so when I turned 18 and had finally moved out of home, I felt like finally I can do all these things, like go clubbing. So I decided that I wanted to go clubbing, and my best friend was like, do you really want to go clubbing? I said yes, I'm ready for this lifestyle. Let's go, let's party.
Yeah. Party after party, after party after party. Yeah. Party after.
I was like ready. I was ready to turn up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm free, I'm out of this house, I can do whatever I want. So my first experience at the club was pretty trash. To be honest with you, clubbing is so overrated. Ooh. Anyway, I got there and I was like, is this what everyone hypes and is so like committed to? Like, I was like, this ain't for me. The smell of alcohol, ooh, my gosh, that place stank. So we went to a different club because I thought that was, it was that particular club that we went to that stank, that was just bad atmosphere, you know, bad vibes, you know. So I was like, okay, let's try a different club. Went to the next club and I was like, ugh. And at this point, when we started like, you know, hunting for the best club to go to, whatever. So the first one obviously didn't work out. The second one, I was like, it's still not working out. So they're like, okay, let's try this club. This club, everyone talks about it. It's hype. They have good music, good taste in African beats, all of that stuff. I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. I'm ready to, you know, do some coupe, you know, like something. I'm ready. Take me. Went to the third and final club, which they told me was like, you know, lit. I went there and I was like, I want to go home. I literally told them, I was like, take me home now. So I feel like at the age of 18, really building yourself some positive traits and positive habits is really important, as well as not allowing peer pressure to turn you into something that you're really not. So that's my advice for age 18. So we've obviously established that at age 18, clubbing was just not for me. So where do I turn to? To God.
I want a church girl that go to church and read her Bible.
At age 19, I feel like this is when my Christianity really started. That this is where I started to connect with like different churches and church groups. This church that I'm currently attending, Seven Streams Church, I just want to take this time to really honor my spiritual father, Pastor Tinashe Sydney, and my spiritual mother, Pastor Melanie Sydney, because they have really helped me develop me into the woman that I am today. I feel like connecting yourself to a spiritual family or a spiritual group is really important at this age. Mainly for me, this is what I did. I turned to God for most of my worries, my insecurities, the things I was so unsure about, my life, how I was gonna live, how I was gonna survive. And at this point, I was still house hunting, you know, trying to find a good place to call home. I was sleeping in different people's couches, you know, all of that stuff. But I just felt like having that sense of spirituality or having that spiritual family around me really helped me in making me the woman that I am today. So at age 19, connect to a spiritual family. Okay, so now that I have my spiritual, life in check, at age 20, it's really key for you to find a well-paying job. Especially for me, when I moved out of home and everything, I didn't really have finances. There was no money to talk about, girl. I was broke. There was no money to talk about. There was none. I was still paying my school fees, working at Hungry Jacks. I think I was working at Hungry Jacks for a while until I got myself a good job, a well-paying job. I think I started doing like admin at the age of 20. So it was sort of like a good income for me because it was one, I was being paid based on salary now and was no longer like on casual basis where they call you when they need you. Girl, at age 20, you need a stable income. Do you know what I mean? Like you want to be able to finance certain aspect of your life that has become, I guess, a routine. So like paying for rent, paying for your electricity bills, and just things like that. So yeah, just finding yourself a good job that pays well, or not even like so well, but enough for you to feel comfortable. I would also encourage you to begin to actually think about where your life is going. So in terms of what you want to be doing in the future, keep yourself busy, stay focused, go to school, get an education, get a good job, and yeah, that's pretty much what you need to be doing at the age of 20. Just thinking more so about your life and the future and what it holds for you. Yeah, by God's grace, at this age, I had been able to finally have my first apartment that I could actually make it a home. I began decorating it and everything like that. At this point, I had completely stopped going to school because one, I wasn't sure of what I wanted to do because I had finished high school, I had finished college. If you live in Australia, you know what I mean. So basically, I finished all of this stuff and I didn't want to go to uni because I was unsure of what I wanted to study. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to waste more of my money and pay for school fees when I could just work full time. What they didn't tell me about being a full-grown adult is that bills come at you. I'm talking about electricity bill. I'm talking about, gas bill, water bill, rent, everything. Like even breathing. You get charged for breathing. I felt like at that point. Anyway, so I think at age 21, it's good to secure yourself a really good job that will be able to sustain, I guess, the expenses that comes with being an adult. So I mentioned about savings. At this point, sis, when I talked about that rainy season, that rainy day, that emergency thing, 21, I had a lot of emergencies and I had no money to talk about. So definitely will encourage you that, don't spend everything that comes to you at that age, and just put away, even if it's like $5 a week or like $10 a week, trust me, it will go a very long way, a very, very long way. So don't spend everything that comes to you. Make sure you save a little bit just on the side. And the best way to do savings, as I know now, is actually have a savings account, so then you gain interest from that. At age 21, I feel like this is where you also begin to think about your career, if you want to have your own business, and just being able to develop your mind, being able to develop yourself as a person or even as an adult, thinking about your relationship, marriage and things like that. I feel like this is the time where you think more into like those sort of things. All right, so we've talked about, our career. So we talked about having a good job at age 21. At age 22, for me at that point, I felt like I was a bit lost. So I didn't know who I was becoming, where I was going, what I wanted to do with my life. Even though I had just, I guess settled in my new apartment, my lifestyle, things were beginning to fall into place. But I still felt a bit confused because I was like, where am I going after this? What's going to happen in the upcoming year? What do I want to do with my life? And I think it's just a vital time for you to just stay true to yourself, be yourself, surround yourself in places that will motivate you and people that will encourage you to do better, to do more. Yeah, just begin to like stay in the environment that's right for you. So at age 23, I know I spoke about, being able to stay true to yourself. I realized that a lot of people that I was friends with were no longer becoming the sort of people that I want to attach myself to in the long run. So I began to really shuffle my friendship groups. I began to, I guess, take certain people out of my life that were not adding value, and people that were just dramatic, you know what I mean? Like there's certain people that just, everything around them. I even like took out some people from church. At that point I was like, I'm maturing and becoming a woman. How do I want people to view me? What sort of friendship groups do I want to, I guess, attach myself to or be connected to? How are people viewing me because of my friends? So these are the sort of things that I started to think about, being able to pick the right circle. My friendship group became smaller and smaller and smaller, and that is exactly what you want. It's better to have a small group that's strong enough to push you to where you need to get to. There's a saying that goes, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Okay, so now we're 25. I think there's a lot that's happened from the age of 15 to now that you're 25. I think this is also the time where you begin to celebrate your achievement, and also you begin to celebrate yourself. When I turned 25, I actually had a birthday party. Was it the right thing that I did for myself? I would say no. It wasn't the best way to celebrate me. That was in my opinion anyway. I just felt like at that stage I was still reshuffling my friendship groups. I ended up planning 90% on my own birthday party, and you know the stress that comes with like planning your own things, being the event stylist. And I guess that was my journey of becoming an event planner, because I got to really understand how people feel planning their own. It gave me some sort of experience, let's just put it this way. So I planned it all. The day came and I did not enjoy myself, not one bit. Like, you find me moments in like dancing and whatnot, like showing a brave face, showing that I'm having fun so that my guests can enjoy it as well. But I could say that I actually did this party for my guests more than I did for myself. So finding a way to celebrate yourself where you actually feel like you've celebrated yourself, will be my best sort of advice for you. If planning your own birthday party means that it's gonna bring more stress and if you're not gonna feel celebrated, don't have a party. It's not by force. It actually isn't. Like, it isn't. It's not by force. Do not plan your own birthday party if it's gonna bring stress. And I just think that the money that went into it, and for me not to like have had the fun that I should have, was just a waste of money, a waste of my time, and a waste of my energy, really. Bad vibes all around. If you intend to have a party, get your girl. I will plan it for you because it's not mine. I'm not gonna be there. I'll come and enjoy it. But I think I just wanted everything to be so perfect that I felt so stressed out, and it just, like, I was grateful for the people that showed up and everything, but at the end of the night, I really sat there and I was like, wait, did this planning and everything just come to an end in like 2 seconds? But I didn't dance. And I remember like some of my friends were like pulling me, they're like, Wendy, come dance. Because where was Wendy? In the kitchen, trying to sort out food for my guests, when food was already sorted. But I was feeling so stressed. I just wanted everyone to have so much fun that I did not really care about celebrating me. But yes, at age 25, celebrate yourself, celebrate your achievements. That comes to the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope this has inspired someone out there. If it has, make sure you comment down below, leave me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much for joining me. Bye.
Blessings follow you, blessings follow me too. As I dey pray for you, make you pray for me too.